I'm Lee Morris.
And I'm Patrick Hall.
Together we created Fstoppers.com, and we have teamed up with Elia Liccardi to create the most in-depth tutorial on all things landscape and cityscape photography.
Join us as we take you behind the scenes and around the world to over 7 unique countries in our quest to find the perfect landscape photographs.
In this week's episode, we film 4 separate lessons in 4 completely unique locations. I make a new friend, and we visit one of the most incredible landscapes that I have ever seen before.
All right, day 4, packing up early as always, heading on to the next spot. Look at this. You see Patrick way out there. Let's go check Patrick out. What the hell is this?
I just put the legs up, and I didn't want to pull the legs back down.
We need to start establishing shots of you. Like, okay, we're out here. It's before sunrise, or the sun's starting to rise right now, and then we'll get all these beauty shots of the area.
I'm a little scared of heights, so it's a little crazy.
You guys should step up to the edge and take a look though. Before you start filming, it's pretty cool. Like, you gotta do it. It's super safe here. Well, I don't know if a lot of this collapses every week. Patrick, would you say this is the most incredible coastline you've seen so far?
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm about to have an anxiety attack. I don't like this. And I'm still like a good foot away. There would be many more chances to cheat death on this trip, so I figured we better get back to filming some more B-roll.
We're actually getting some B-roll shots here. Patrick we have on the Kessler pocket jib. And then over here, I have the Stealth slider by Kessler with the motor on the back. And what we've got it electronically going right now. We've got it powered with the Vagabond.
This lesson from the tutorial went really well, with Elias spending most of the morning focusing on how you can improve your landscape compositions.
And maybe even go over some things that are often overlooked by photographers. So really today, the key is making the best out of the composition and using as much of the foreground and the cliff face as possible. So now that I'm set up right here, right in the middle, I'm going to work on a few compositions that I like, that I think work really well, and I'm also going to show you a few that don't.
It was only after we packed up and started to head back to the car that we really realized how much danger we might have been in.
There were several times on that cliff I was thinking, what if it just sheared and cracked? It's happened before. The edge of the cliff is there.
With our lesson done for the day, it was time to hit the road and have a little bit of fun.
Oh, dude, why do you...
Somebody should have brought... Why didn't you bring the drone?
I want to. Look, this is insane. What are you...
Oh,
this is crazy.
No wind right now.
There's a fly-through.
There's a built-in fly-through. No way. Seriously, I'm gonna get the drone. Does anybody object?
We're out here at these cliffs and we're filming like a hero shot for Elia with the drone. We have these crazy cliffs. As you can see, there's like water going through one of them. We'll have to see how this footage looks, but landscapes like this, I'm sure it's going to look pretty awesome.
We were really pushing our luck flying the drone in places like this, so we decided to call it while we were still ahead, jump back in the van, and see what else Western Iceland had to offer.
So apparently it's Thanksgiving. I honestly didn't even know until just a little bit ago. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. That little piece.
Happy Thanksgiving, Patrick.
Oh, look at this. It's really cheapy.
I think this is pretty much the worst pizza I've ever had.
Well, at least have a bite so that you can say
come
you
to our
had.
Thanksgiving dinner and not
Yeah.
eat. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird. It does have a, I think the weird flavor is the cheese, like the cheese.
It's a little greenish looking. You guys need to work on your cheese production. This is homemade right here. have a slice. Tell you about it. This is as far as we got with the pizza. Siggy had it. He actually spit it out. He said he's never tasted anything so bad in his life. You tried to tell me too that this was homemade cheese. Now what do you say?
Now this is not a pizza. I discovered that there's no ingredients in this that remind me of pizza.
This ended up being officially the worst Thanksgiving of my entire life, but it didn't put anybody in a bad mood. We were excited for the next day.
What do you got there, Elia?
I have a whole box of about 50 different filters from Format High Tech, the new Firecrest stuff. They pulled this off the production run, so we actually have the first filters in hand in the world. I have more down here. These are rings and ring adapters.
We're at the next waterfall. Let's check this out. Sun's starting to rise. Yes, it is icy. Whoa, I'm about to fall.
The problem is we have to climb out on these other rocks over the waterfall.
Do we really?
Yeah, and it's like super icy.
Dude, I'm gonna bust my ass just walking down there. Actually, yeah, let me just get footage of you attempting this. Gosh, this is crazy.
This is like a jagged death trap. There's a chance we could climb out on the icy rocks without crampons and potentially fall into the waterfall, which would kind of suck, to be honest. If you were gonna do this, I didn't think it was gonna be icy. You need actually crampons for your feet. Now, a flaw in Patrick's boots is they don't actually come with crampons. You think you'd be able to press a button, it would go, and they just come out like little claws.
All right, we're here at sunrise at this incredible waterfall. I'm gonna take the drone up through the waterfall, not in the water, hopefully, and get this amazing sunrise as well. Let's test it out. This is difficult because I'm flying through a canyon, like that Star Wars scene. And then at the end, there's a huge waterfall with mist flying all over the place. So I'm trying to keep the copter dry in terms of falling in the water, but also not flying in the mist. We keep pushing the limits of this helicopter, and I'm really scared because I just got the best footage I've ever had. We don't have the footage backed up yet, and I'm about to go under this bridge. Patrick is telling me to do it, so I can't be fully to blame.
The drone footage was looking really great, but we were facing a new problem near the waterfall. Naomi, what are you doing?
I'm kicking Lion.
You're kicking him, all right. She's been kicking them all the whole trip.
All right, guys, we're here in northern Iceland at Godafoss Waterfall. It's just after sunrise. We spent the morning trying to scout additional locations and found it to be sort of an icy death trap on the rocks. We don't have any crampons for our shoes, so we made it down to this lower area that's safe right now, and we've kind of gauged where the sun is. We've set up for this one shot here. And though I'm not really happy with the shot, it's still nice. So what we're gonna do is wait around until sunset when the sun position is gonna be a little bit more helpful for us, and we're gonna get to more of a beautiful vantage point to shoot it.
We're about to abandon the whole shot. We've been shooting all morning. We have tons of incredible B-roll footage and drone footage. But Elias not happy with the picture, and so he doesn't want to put it in the video. He's currently walking, you probably can't see him, he's way down there. There's a trail that goes all the way around the waterfall, back around the back, and so he's gonna go down there and see if we can safely get out there without crampons.
Moving locations proved to be a huge success, and Elia was really happy with the newfound perspective.
All right, so I've moved around a little bit more and got a different vantage point of this waterfall, and I have to say I really, really like it. It even looks like I could go down a little bit further and get right up next to this waterfall. But for this demonstration, I think I can illustrate everything better if we stay up here. Now I really, really like the way this looks. There's some nice rocky stuff in the foreground. From the bottom right, across the bottom of the frame, into this close waterfall actually wraps the viewer all the way around the shape of the waterfall and back out the top right side.
Despite the ice, Godafoss ended up being an incredible lesson, but it was once again time to hit the road. We hadn't seen much wildlife in Iceland yet, but today we ran into an Icelandic beast.
Shouldn't be out here.
I can't tell if he's angry or not.
I don't think he's that bad.
Go pet him.
No.
Go pet him.
I'm not.
He's cold. You need to warm him up.
Go give him a hug then. You cuddle with him. Oh, he likes you.
After touching the pig, my hand smells so bad.
We gotta get at least a picture.
I'm gonna put it in Patrick's face.
And the
Smell that.
No, dude.
I don't even know.
Dude, why would you do that?
My hand smells so bad. Ugh, gosh. And I just touched his head. That is how disgusting that animal was.
While Patrick was setting up the next shot with Elia, I worked with Siggy to get some cool follow shots with the van and the drone.
Most cameras today have an auto panorama stitching feature, but what happens is the camera clicks through, takes all these shots, merges them all together, and only saves them at the max megapixel rating for the camera. So if you have a, let's say a 12 or 16 megapixel camera, and you shoot 30 automatic images in your camera, and then the camera puts them all together, and then you still only end up with a 12 or 16 megapixel JPEG image at the end. By doing this manually, shot for shot, we end up with complete control over each individual RAW file, and we get to stitch a pano that has a very, very high megapixel count.
This location in Vesterhorn was perfect to teach a lesson on panoramic photography, but we had to move forward and prepare for the icy conditions ahead.
We are now buying crampons for the entire group. So we have a serious problem here. Patrick's boots are so big, they don't make crampons.
They need larger options than extra large. I've never been an extra large.
They need extra large, then space boot.
Yeah.
Just need the girl to show you how it's done.
Ah!
So here we are at another waterfall that requires a little hike. And the terrain we are walking through is just insane. We're carrying all this camera gear, the drone, multiple cameras, tripods, and we are hiking up and down these super steep cliffs. I mean, there's barely even a walkway here. I've set up kind of a behind-the-scenes shot of us hiking further down.
This is called column basalt, and it usually comes from shield volcanoes. When it cools down, it retracts. That means the stone is crystallized into hexagon form.
This is seriously the coolest thing I've ever seen in real life. For time lapses, we are just doing video. So we're doing 20-minute takes of video. We're setting the ISO to auto ISO. So as the sun comes up, the frame will remain properly exposed. And then we'll speed it up.
So what I've done is I've set up a D750 with the 14 to 24 wide angle lens. And I put it into auto ISO and let it run. And in order to kind of give it a more secure placement, I have attached this Vagabond battery and wedged it in a rock.
These rocks are about to shear off from the side of this thing. And Elia, of course, finds the most precarious spot to be.
I did. It's half for the composition, half for the cinematic value.
Fuck. Both crampons came off.
While Elia worked on his shot, I decided to start up the drone, and I ended up getting some of the most incredible drone footage that we got on this entire world tour. While things were going great for me, things were not going quite so well for Elia.
So we have our first production casualty, a brand new 4-stop Firecrest neutral density glass filter. I actually bought a spare one of these too, just in case, so I'm happy that I did. Now what I'm gonna do next is take a little bit of artistic license on this image, and I'm gonna use a 4-stop neutral density filter to smooth the water. I want to try to get a 15 or a 30-second exposure to have those nice tendrils of smooth water, and I'm going to use this exposure as an additional element to blend in post-processing.
As the sun was setting, it was time to hike back, but Naomi would not let us back in the van until our shoes were clean.
So what are you doing there, Lee?
Cleaning the crampons.
To learn more about this entire photography tutorial, head over to fstoppers.com/Elia Liccardi. In next week's episode, we hire a private guide and a 4x4 so that we can visit a natural glacier ice cave.